we're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us for Save or Dice. We're back from Thanksgiving break, and we are ready to game. My name is Cody Lewis with Taking20, and with me we have Dave Friant with Nerdarchy, Jonathan Pruitt with WebDM, Jim Davis with WebDM, and our D&D sex icon behind the DM screen, the one and only Will Jones with Encounter Roleplay. Without further ado, here is Dave Friant.
First, we want to start this by thanking our sponsors. This would not be possible without them. If you would like to support the show and us support our sponsors, we have Shapeways, the go-to destination for 3D printed dice and miniatures. Don't forget those maps that are made with Dungeon Painter Studio, Pyromancer.com. Then there's ThinkGeek for all your nerdy gift needs. And also we have Fantasy Grounds, which you will see this game being performed on and played on. Thank you so much to our sponsors.
Will Jones, it's all you, buddy.
You can never stop speaking like that on this show now for the rest of time. Whenever you
eternity, it will just be Wyrme's voice.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Well, welcome everybody back to Save or Dice. Yeah, let's talk about what happened last time real quick on the show. It's been like 2 weeks. Oh my god. So we've forgotten pretty much everything, I'm guessing, everybody. Yeah. So that's okay. We'll have a quick recap and then we'll dive into it. So basically, the party made a deal with the devil last week, and they are now working with and/or for a band of vampires from the Order of the Chalice, led by a gentleman named Curtis Wyrme. He had convinced them last week, along with the help of Sir Tana Rock, a gentleman who owns a castle and several troops, that the vampires, they're not so bad. They're kind of chill guys. They're totally nice, not going to eat the party. So that's what happened last week.
when the Dungeon Master's sarcastic, like, maybe we don't believe it as much.
But yeah, they have a task. They want to kill every member of the 100 in order to restore a new person to the throne of the Emperor, or just destroy the throne entirely, to get rid of that position and to start again their once failed revolution. So we are picking up from about where we left off last week. You guys had made a deal with Curtis Wyrme, this very tall, like 7 feet tall, tattoos all over his body, quite charming, if I do say so myself, gentleman who is also a vampire and a leader of the Order of the Chalice, in order to assist him in return for his help in murdering every single member of the 100. You guys are at Sir Rock's castle in, of course, our world of Penumbra. And it's been a new day. It's actually breakfast. You guys have just eaten your eggs, your ham, maybe some pancakes, maybe a little bit of syrup on the side. Curtis is a nice guy. And you have just signed up. And Curtis says, well, welcome then to the Order of the Chalice. So I suppose we should get things started. Everyone feeling ready? Need more breakfast? Ajax, you look like you could do us some more.
Ajax, being the soldier that he is, never passes up a meal. But he'd prefer something stiffer than eggs and pancakes. It's been a rough few weeks for him.
Oh, Jim, what do you mean?
2 weeks ago, he was in a siege.
He needs some sausage.
He needs some.
So a little bit stiffer.
He goes looking for some. He goes looking for some booze.
Yeah, Curtis actually has wine around. It's not particularly strong, but he would offer you some honeyed wine.
I'll take it. It'll do for now.
Yeah. So I'm sure we have some stronger stuff around, but this will do for now. And he motions to a servant, whispers something about the bad stuff, and the servant's eyes go wide, nods, comes back up with a keg of ale about 10 minutes later, which is like, it just looks evil. You know, this is like nuclear waste equivalent, and but you know, it'll make you forget.
It'll do for now.
That's the point.
And that's the benefit of nuclear war. No, so the group of you breakfast with Curtis, he stands up after a while. Satana Rock is there as well, the young gentleman who is also one of the 100. And they set to heading into the courtyard. And Curtis says, if you'd like to come with me, my friends.
Very well.
Yes.
Yes, let's get on with this.
He steps into the courtyard along with you guys, and you see the troops that are amassed outside, and of course the flags of Satana Rock that are flying high above the keep. You'd estimate anywhere from 50 to 100 soldiers would be in here, although it would last week, if you remember, Curtis did tell you that they also had heavy cavalry as well. Although they're not here to be seen at the moment, it's possible that they are out on a mission of some sort. But he leads you through whilst these soldiers are doing their kind of practicing, fighting wooden dummies and one another and whatnot. And Curtis says, so we have a problem, my friends. There are a lot of members of the 100. 100 of them, but well, 99 of them. We're one down, as he looks to Satana Rock, who nods enthusiastically. Yes, I'll be dead. And Curtis says, and all-out war is not going to benefit us much. Instead, what we need is some kind of subterfuge to get you inside the court, back to the city of Ostwald, and inside the inner workings of that beast. Now, I have a way of doing this. There was a member of the 100 who will be arriving here later today on business, or so he thinks. Instead, what we're going to do is kill him, and you all will impersonate him and his entourage on your journey into Ostwald and into the keep. Of course, we will need to figure out exactly how your disguises are going to work. You're looking at Wyrme in particular. You do have quite a distinctive face, Wyrme.
Yes, I can handle that for myself, though.
Okay, what about the creepy voice? Is that something that's going to stay, or is that open for... Can we change that, maybe?
What creepy voice? I don't know what you mean.
It's really hideous.
Everyone where I'm from talks like this.
Where
It's
am
all
I?
you with the weird accent.
Remind me never to visit.
Wyrme, I find your voice quite soothing.
Why, thank you.
You would.
I will see you and look into what I can do about that.
Yes, well, this gentleman, Sir Gunther Longthorpe, which I will place handily in fancy grounds for us all. If you can do it. There it goes. Gunther Longthorpe. He will be arriving later today. He is a merchant as well as a member of the 100. This will mean that you will wield a not inconsiderable amount of influence within the city, and also means it's prime excuses to meet with members of the 100 that are in the city as well. It won't look suspicious if you're asking for meetings, because you might be selling anything from weapons to love potions. This guy sells all sorts. Which, Wyrme, I think you will appreciate.
Yes.
How long has he been a member of the 100?
Since birth, yes. His privilege and status have made him fat and weak, both physically and mentally. He's something of a wet flannel.
Does he have any children? Has he sired any heirs?
No, that's the great thing about this. Once we kill him, they're going to spend a week or two figuring out an heir. Likely landed knight of his or distant relative. I mean, they're all pretty incestuous in the 100. But if we kill him, it'll buy some panic time if we were to announce it. But of course, we won't have to worry about any children, because if you get found out, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Isn't that right, Tana? And Tana's like, yes, I saw you. You're very good at disguises. I thought you were all beggars and poor folk when I came in, and it turns out that you work with my friend here, Curtis. And you all love vampires, so that's good.
Right.
You see, the thing about the rest of the country, Sir Rock, is that most of us are beggars and poor folk. Thanks to the 100.
Yes, they've really tapped down on local businessmen like myself.
Right. Yes, well, you're all self-made men in that case, aren't you?
Since
And I don't like the Emperor as much as you, so really, we're very alike, you and I. He's like, he's like wearing his flannel shirt and his cufflinks on his shirt and the big, yeah.
Ajax shifts uncomfortably.
Yeah. I think we chose wrong, guys.
I think we fucked up.
It was all happening so fast, man.
Curtis says, so we'll invite him in for dinner and kill him in some way. I mean, I leave that up to you. If you'd like to poison him, perhaps, that could be fun. Or if you just want to rip out that throat and drink all of that. I mean, just let it all out. Feel free.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I'm
do
sure
we know
we'll come up
anything-
with means.
Do we know anything about this Gunter?
Hey, you can roll me
We
history.
heard of him? Or...
Yeah, roll me history check.
Oh, that's. I might not know anything.
Mind if I take a stab at that as well?
Yeah, go ahead. You guys are all in the war, so you may have
Aha!
gentlemen.
18.
Aha! For glory!
Oh.
Phil.
It's a big fat.
When you try your best, but you would know that this guy is basically Wyrme. He's like the Emperor's Wyrme, right? He's weapons dealer, anything you want kind of guy. Back alley deals, but he's also almost like that, like a Grimo worm tongue style, constantly washing his hands. Oh, yes, my lord. I'll do anything you want, my lord. So he is very much a slippery eel.
He's a lick spittle.
If I recall correctly, this Gunther is quite good at making things happen. How sure are we that he wouldn't have allies missing him on any deals that we might not be abreast to?
Well, I guess that's a risk we're going to have to take. Hopefully his documentation that he carries on his person will show you any deals that he has going or is setting up, but there's going to have to be a certain amount of bluffing. I can't read minds.
I can perhaps help with that.
Wonderful.
So what you're saying is we shouldn't kill him immediately.
Or we should keep a
please.
squire alive.
At least.
It would be preferable to allow me to talk to him. I can get him to tell me about his plans.
Very well then.
He might also have more valuable information than that as well. Maybe a good weapons store that he's planning on making any additional deals that we might be able to leverage against the Empire.
Yes.
I agree. Anything that you can use against him, feel free to. He shouldn't put up too much of a fight.
We shall see.
So you have a few hours until he arrives. I'll have a trumpeter announce when they see him on the horizon. Until then, make use of this keep as well as you see fit. And if you want to go downstairs, then just let me know.
I am almost afraid to ask what is downstairs.
Well, you saw a little bit of it before, but yeah.
I don't think we want to go downstairs.
Tip and iceberg, as it were, yeah.
Depending on how things go with Gunther, we might just take you up on that offer.
Isn't that the Blood Brewery?
Right, gentlemen, I will see you in a bit. And he heads inside the castle. And Satana Rock is like, right, so what do we do until then? We've got hours. We could do some sword practice. We could go riding. We could go hunting.
Elvadine turns around and walks back inside.
or we could go back inside alone.
This guy wants to practice sword fighting.
You get the sense that he's probably just turned 20, maybe like 18, 19 or so. He seems pretty eager that there are like heroes around, you know.
Elvadine, perhaps a ride does sound nice. Wyrme, have you ever ridden a horse before?
Yes, sort of. I usually use a wagon. It's much easier to transport my goods that way.
I think I might want to stretch my legs a bit outside of the keep. What do you say, Elvadine? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yes. Perhaps some fresh air will brighten my mood.
Away from the keep. Right.
Yes.
That sounds great. I can get the horses round, and we'll just hunt something. I haven't gone hunting in a while. Maybe I can find a pony for you, Wyrme? Like a little one.
Yes, that sounds delightful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need I'm gonna need him to make a wisdom save. 'Cause I'm gonna cast a subtle suggestion that he should go back inside and prepare for the guest. Make sure everything is ready for Gunther.
All right, let's see.
So a DC 15.
Yeah, he does not make the 15.
Okay.
I should go back in and rethink my life.
You're quite wise, Sir Ron. Wait, what's his name?
Yes, so
Ron. Yeah.
But what about that pony?
Wyrme.
I'm sure we will be able to manage, Wyrme.
He has a guest to attend to.
Yes, I must attend to the guests.
And we'll go for a walk.
All right, so the gates will open as you leave the small keep, and there are kind of forests nearby. You can get horses if you want, or you can just stroll along in the wet, marshy countryside.
Horses.
Horses would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is there a pony for Wyrme?
There is a little pony you can find. Yeah, a little Shetland pony for one.
Nice. Oh. Do you need a boost, Wyrme?
He actually looks oversized on it now because it's a pony.
So you guys can ride out and get away from any listening ears. What do you guys want to do?
I was kind of hoping to interrogate the guy a little bit away from the vampire, and Elvadine just sent him away. So
I thought you wanted to get away so we could talk.
it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
For some privacy.
Yeah, I figured we need to have a chat away from everyone.
Probably just as well.
I mean, we can talk to him anytime.
Okay.
So,
What have we got ourselves into?
Well, we never really liked the 100. I guess that's a good thing.
But to murder all of them?
Isn't that what we're trying to do anyway? I mean, you guys bought a lot of weapons. I figured you were going to use them.
We were, Wyrme. And we would have overthrown all of them if we could. Murder is a strong word for it, I think.
this would be another war, but one without people to rally to us. I am torn. Do you trust the vampire?
No.
No one
Of course
has ever
not. He
trusted
sucks
a vampire.
blood.
Good.
We are food.
Do you believe that he has created a system, an ecosystem, that he can survive and feed his kin without bringing upon death and destruction?
I think it would not be outside the bounds of good manners to ask to see evidence of such an ecosystem.
You
I
might.
think perhaps we should just go with some don't ask, don't tell.
They must have come up with something because I don't know about you, but I thought vampires were legend stories, not real creatures that stalk us in the woods at night. If they found some way to conceal themselves, then perhaps they have found a way to live, as it were, without preying upon the people.
So I have a question here for my dungeon master. Do vampires sparkle in the sun, or do they burst into flames in this particular setting?
I am not gonna. I'm not.
What have I heard? What are rumors?
He sounds offended right now.
I'm not.
Is somebody
That book was a piece of art. No.
Brilliant contribution to the fantasy genre.
You have up there with Tolkien. You have not seen anyone glitter or burst into flames yet.
Have I seen them in the sun? It was.
You have seen him walk out into the sun, albeit a gray kind of sunlight. But
I thought they burst into flames upon touching sunlight. Clearly, that is not true either, Ajax.
Yes. So
I'm quite sure there have been many ill-conceived myths passed down, most likely started by the vampires themselves, to give the people false information.
Would be wise. So what is the plan? Back to the keep? Or away?
if we stay with these vampires, then there's no telling what Adarian and the rest of his merry band will do to retaliate against us. I think we should expect enemies everywhere.
What if we jumped Gunther on the road when he never reached the keep? Perhaps we could leverage him. Can I make a... do I know what his stance was in the war?
Yeah, on an 18, he was firmly on the side of the Emperor. Yep. Anything you need, my lord.
Yeah, he probably supplied the army that...
yeah.
So I don't... yeah, there's no chance of turning him.
I'm sure
I'm fine waylaying him on the road, or...
I disagree.
I'm sure the vampire could turn him.
I'm sure he can be persuaded, but our coffers are not as deep as the Emperor's.
I'm not talking about using coffers, Wyrme.
Well, that is what merchants understand.
What say you, Elvadine?
I don't think he can be trusted. I think that I can make him tell us what we need to know, and we can use him for that.
And bide
As
our
far
time?
as, well, I was never one for the war. I was there to help you. So the idea of just seeking out and murdering people, this is more a vendetta, is what I see, not war.
Ajax, what do you think?
It doesn't matter to me where we kill him, but we should never fight fair. Never again. So if we slit his throat after he's had a full belly of dinner, that's fine by me.
It is a
I'd
waste
see
of
all of
good
them.
mead.
See all of them hanged, burned, or quartered, if I can.
We could just poison his food. It would be so much cleaner.
That'd be fine as well.
And deny our honorable vampire friend, associate, the opportunity? Can vampires drink poisoned blood, do you think?
I don't actually care.
So are we staying?
I see little other paths to go.
I point over to, like, the field. There's a path right there.
I do not think we'll get far enough, fast enough for that path to aid us.
Yeah, I agree, Wyrme. I think that right now I fear the vampire more than I fear the mage, and I would rather be closer to the vampire.
We
So
all
that
in
way, at
agreement?
least death is swift.
Let's do it.
Besides, we do need some allies if we are going to continue.
I guess we are walking with the night. I'll leave his dispatchal up to you, Wyrme, if you are so keen on poison. Though that it is a woman's weapon.
That comment is rather sexist, I find.
The world is sexist, Wyrme.
But yes, I will address this matter.
All right, so you guys are heading back to the keep.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get back. The soldiers are, on the walls. You can find Sertana Rock pretty easily, if you want to, or you can, you still got a couple of hours here to set up any schemes and assassinations that you so like to.
If I'm fine with poisoning, no problem with that. But if you need Ajax to draw steel, that's fine as well. Otherwise, he's going to be inspecting the troops, as it were. Just kind of wandering around the battlements, if there's an armory, that kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So between my poisoner's kit and alchemy kit, I guess I'll try and whip something up.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe something in a dessert.
I like it.
Yeah, and Elvadine will probably go on a brooding walk to try to make peace with going down this path again, following his friends into conflict and misery. So, just a typical Tuesday. Basically.
What are friends for, eh?
Can I maybe? I want to try something crazy. Can I try and do like different ingredients in different dishes? So once he eats them and they mix, becomes like an alchemy bomb in his stomach.
Yeah, I love the sound of that. That sounds dope. Let's do that. Roll me. Let's see. What do you usually roll for? You got an alchemy kit you can roll?
I do. I've got alchemy lab.
Let's roll that.
That is a 23.
Nice.
23 is pretty good. Yeah, you're pretty sure if you mix the wine with the meat, then it could get pretty explosive.
So I'll whip up some special ingredients just for the occasion.
Perfect. I have something right out of my grandmother's cookbook.
And I kind of wink at Cody's character as I say that.
It will be quite the evening ender for our guest.
I'm sure she would be very proud.
She would, Callum. She would. No one messed with Granny.
That was actually Granny's ghost.
Ghost coming back from the files box.
Add more salt. That's it. Okay. So we've got
forget
Brindle.
the paprika.
The paprika. What is Cody? What is your character whose name is escaping me?
Calium.
There we go.
Calium Nerdarchy. Yeah, dude, he's an observer. So he's going to observe. He's going to do whatever he can. He's going to walk the halls. He's going to learn, find the exits. He's going to figure out if for some reason something goes wrong, the fastest back hallway to get to cut off Gunther's escape. He's just going to observe and listen.
All right, excellent. So you guys spend the hour or so brooding or brewing or
Broing down.
or broing down or perfect. No, you all find yourselves after about the hour and whatever activity you're doing, you hear this, and it's exactly that noise is made. In case you're wondering, that is. It's canon.
Can we have that one more time? I missed that.
Yeah, it's actually. In fact, it's not an actual trump or anything. It's a guy that goes like that with his hand, and he calls thaumaturgy. And he goes really loud.
Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this.
I am sleep deprived. Okay, I've just flown into the country. Oh man, and yeah, the trumpet goes off. The hand trumpet goes off, and if you were to look onto the wall, you'll see this small contingent heading through the marshes towards the keep. It's got about 2 wagons with it and a carriage as well, pulled along by horses. And there are probably like 5 or 6 soldiers that are guarding the caravan as well. So you have the great deal of number in your advantage compared to them. At this point, Curtis is here and says, I think it's best if I make myself scarce for this bit. So I'll let you all handle this. And I've put, he kind of leans in, conspiratorially, he says, I put Satana on a bit of work, so he won't interrupt you. He's restitching the badges of the guardsmen. Keep him busy for a while, yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Is he so easily manipulated?
No, he just loves cross stitching.
That is good to know.
It's very much his weakness.
Wyrme will also kind of stay out of sight as well because he's kind of very noticeable.
Okay. So any kind of disguises when meeting this guy? It's possible that he might recognize some of you.
Well, could Wyrme maybe give one of us a disguise to look like Sir Rock, since he's supposed to be receiving him?
Yeah, I can, but it doesn't.
Yep.
It only lasts like an hour, so just so you know.
That's more than enough time to get all the answers we need and for him to blow up.
That's enough time to murder a man.
Perfect. So I will hand someone a token to use disguise self.
Okay.
Whoever has the most charisma, Pruitt.
I'm pretty good at deception, so.
All right. So as the carriages rumble into the town, a little keep town, I guess, you see who can only be Sir Gunther Longthorpe. He's like a human equivalent of Wyrme to look like as well. He's small, quite diminutive. He does have kind of like mousy, almost like rat-like eyes, which constantly dart back and forth. He's sweaty, greasy, got a greasy dark hair, and he wears long, very expensive robes, which he looks annoyed at for having to trample in the dirt of the keep and get muddy with. The knights by his sides are the black and gold knights of the emperor, and the wagons appear to be laden, filled with supplies and goods. He looks around himself as the gates open and says, "So, is anyone? Which one is Satana Rock? I heard that there is business to be done."
Okay, well, I will step forward and eagerly and run up and, Sir Longthorpe, yes, welcome to my keep. Let's get you out. There was supposed to be a rug. I'm so sorry. We'll get you a rug next time. This is so dirty out here, is it not?
Yes, it is. It's not really for my tastes, but I suppose if there is gold to be exchanging hands, muddy boots are the least of our troubles.
Oh, yes, yes. And I tell you what, I personally do not like to do business on an empty stomach. How about you? I'm sure you're famished from the road.
Yes, well, I actually had a pheasant shot, and we roasted that on the way here, so I'll have some snacks and bits.
Oh, well, but, anything can be turned into snacks. Yes. We'll get some mead. Let us go to the hall.
Very well, and we can talk business there. Who are these companions of yours? Your servants?
Oh, yes. Oh, they're just almost worth mentioning. Almost. Trust me. Let us go.
Yes.
So if Ajax was coming from the armor, he might have like a tabard or something on
Mhm.
the library of the house.
I would not be in the greeting party.
Okay. So it's pretty much just Vadin who's been left to handle this one, as everyone else is like peeking over from like barrels and like, what's he doing? What's he saying? You see them walk inside the kind of feast room, the hall, where there is food and drinks which have been laid out. The knights also enter into the feast room with you as well, Vadin.
His knights or ours?
His knights, yeah.
How many of them are there?
There are 5 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so you enter in. He takes a seat and says, "So, what business are you in, Sir Rock?"
Oh, I just wanting to expand the house guard, and I want the best weapons. And I, especially after the last war, you did your service. The Emperor commended you quite well. And so I came to the man that you come to for these things. Are you not this man?
I am indeed. Yes. I travel where I wish, and whoever has the best trade deals, I take. So,
oh, deals. What kind of deals are you into? I'm going to need a wisdom save, as I'm going to cast a subtle suggestion, as I am just going to say, what kind of deals are you into right about now?
All right. What kind of deals are you into, like blondes, brunettes?
Yeah.
You like tall guys? Let's see. Wisdom save for. He failed.
Nice.
Because it's DC 15. Yeah, he does not make that.
So yeah, just casually while just drinking, just like.
Sorry, you asked him what kind of deals, correct?
Yeah, what deals is he currently involved in with what people? So just want to check for reference.
I got stuck on the sex thing. Yeah,
it's easy to get stuck on.
It's just in my mind. Whenever I look at Pruitt, it's very difficult.
Apparently, you're not the only one.
Well,
we have very loyal fans.
Almost two. You got one of those loyalty cards, like 10 videos, and you get
One day, guys, we'll tape the pregame conversation. I promise, Saber Dice Watchers.
That's what the secret Patreon.
Don't worry. Once we hit 750 patrons, can't talk about it on air.
It's all coming out.
It's rated M for mature.
There'll be an inquiry. Yeah. So he says, well, I love profitable deals, and of course, long-standing ones as well. I like setting up deals with houses that will last over the course of our lifetimes, and perhaps any children that you sire as well will deal in our arms and weapons, as you can see here. And he motions to one of the knights who's wearing, like resplendent in his armor and the sword. The swords of my forges, the long-fork swords, are truly some of the finest steel you'll find around. And he kind of presents the sword to you, and it's, well-made steel. And he says, wickedly sharp for skewering any rebels on.
Oh, yes. Yes, my men do love that. They talk about skewering rebels all the time.
Well,
all the time.
It really is just talk with you, isn't it, Sir Tada? Because it's not as though you took part in the war.
Oh, I was much too young. I had a condition. My father did not want me anywhere near that. It was unfortunate. Because we get the best training. The best training. Sorry, I dropped into a trunk there at the end. Sorry.
It's all right. He says, yes, well, you understand that any deal between you and I would have to be a little bit off the books, as it were. The Emperor, magnificent as he is, and whom I pray to and praise daily. Praise be the Emperor.
Praise.
He he's looking over his shoulder as if he's scared someone's gonna see him. His eyes dart around the corner, and he's like, he would not be too thankful to me if I were making deals with known deserters like yourself.
Deserters?
Well, you do know, Mr. Rock, that you have been labeled as a treasonous bastard.
Such language. I did not know. Treasonous. Who made these accusations? Who has besmirched my honor?
That would be the Emperor himself.
Oh, the Emperor. Oh. Well.
So you understand that if I were to sell weapons to you, then I may very well be arming rebels, as it were. Or at the very least, arming those who would be fighting the Emperor, praised be his name, his very own troops.
Oh, and
you see, I'm in a difficult situation.
But it does behoove you to sell weapons, though, because the more fighting, the more weapons, the more profit, is it not?
That is very true indeed. But I would have to be very careful, because I wouldn't want news of this getting out to anybody, such as the Emperor, that I have been doing such a deal, if that makes sense.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes sense that you need to arm yourself. I'm sure by the time that it's spring, the Knights of Sir Wenton will be down here to give you a good hiding and to string you up like they did that bitch back in Ostwald.
Oh, I heard tale. It seemed like such a gruesome affair.
It was simply delectable, my friend. You can still see her now. You know, if we were to go up to the tower at a good day where the sky is clear, you should still be able to see her hanging there. The birds, of course, by now have been pecking out her eyes and organs and whatnot, but much of the skin and main body is still intact. Did you know that occasionally some of the peasants will get their buckets of shit and try and throw it up there to see if they can get her?
Oh, my good sir.
Quite marvelous, isn't it?
Yes. Do try the meat.
They call it shit fawning.
I'm not sure that I was built for such things, my good sir. Please have the meat, please.
It seems as though you need it more than I. He takes a sip.
Okay. I'm sorry, I need to quit looking at the comments. Just looking at the word Vandermouse made the voice start slipping out. I do say. So, well, he didn't actually tell me what I wanted to know with the suggestion.
What kind of deals he likes? He likes long-term arms deals that are off the books.
Okay. Well, I will continue buttering him up, and can I send a subtle message to one of the people that I know are watching from outside?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, just during the meal, I'm gonna send a message through the kitchen door to someone in the back. Be like, might need someone to take care of these knights.
Okay. Can you respond to a message? I always forget which one it is.
Yes,
I think
you
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just say I sent it to Ajax. I don't know.
All right. So there are the knights. How many of them accompanied? 5 of them. They all went inside with Gunther. There's none still out in the courtyard or anything.
That's right. Yeah, they all appear to have gone in with him.
All right. So in his sort of guard disguise, Ajax will where's Calium?
I'd probably. I mean, if there's like a second floor that's like observing, I'd probably be dressed like a guard. If there's just a kitchen door and there's not like a second floor, then I'd probably be in the kitchen. I'm very, very close to the action, but I don't want to be an elf around in raise suspicion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to catch your eye then, Ajax will, and nod towards the group of knights that are there.
You wanted to catch Calium, sorry?
Yeah, just to make sure I've got his attention.
Okay, yeah, okay. So cutting back inside with El Vandermouse.
Has the
El Vadin mouse.
El Vadin mouse. Has the wine been served?
The meat has been served. I think that's what Dave wanted to spike, right? Whatever drink you guys had.
What did Wyrme spike? Was it the meat or was it the dessert?
So it was the meat. So some of the food will have like some ingredients in it, and then the meat or wine will have a different ingredient in it, so they can interact in the stomach.
And I want to make sure that I have different wine than they have, just so you know.
Gotcha.
Wyrme, listen to me. We need to get the knights to consume this or a different poison. Can you whip something else up that's more potent, that doesn't need a second ingredient?
Of course. It's just not as fun that way.
How fast?
Let me consult my book.
I will try and whip something
Ask your
up.
grandmother. How fast can you make something?
I thought you said this was women's work.
It is. So you think you'll be able to try to get them to drink something to poison them as well?
All right, Dave. Well, Wyrme, why don't you roll me another roll on your kit here?
So this time I'm going with the poisoner's kit. So since I'm doing something a lot more simple, and I'm not quite as good with poison either. So that's a 12. I'll whip up probably like a basic poison.
I love that. White wine for red meat. I'm trying. Get this away! Get this away! I love it.
Are there any other guards, regular guards here in the kitchen?
No guards in the kitchen. There's a cook in the kitchen. Yeah. Who's a big kind of burly guy who's like, get out of my soup kitchen kind of guy.
I just need another server. Like, is there anybody else that might be able to walk up?
There are servants all around, eager, young, hearts and minds, pliable for poisoning guests.
So yeah, we'll pull up. I'll grab one of them, pull him over to the side. When Wyrme finishes making his, I'll tell the boy, take this to Sir Rock. Tell him it is for the guard's toast. It's for the toast of men. And we'll hand him the full tray. And we'll send the boy out there to go talk to Sir Rock.
Yes, sir. And heads out. And
but it's only 5 cups. It's not an extra cup for them.
Right. Okay, so for everyone except for Sir Rock.
Just take it to Sir Rock and tell him it's for the toast of men. He'll understand. Look at me, boy.
Yes.
Take it to Sir Rock and tell him it is for the toast of men. The guard's toast.
Men toast. Yes, I will guard the toast, sir. And runs out and hands the tray of wine on to Elvadine as Sir Rock, disguised as Sir Rock, and says, "This is for the toast of men."
Ah, yes, the toast of men. Sir Rock? Yes.
So you are Sir Rock?
Yes, I am. That's why we're going to have the toast of men.
That's why I announced my name.
It's so important.
Yes.
I speak in the first, second, and the third person.
All at the same time. But yes, Sir Longthorpe.
Yes.
We must have the toast of men. Let's toast to good business.
What is this toast of men? We have not made a deal yet.
Well, yes, but we're toasting to the idea of making a good deal.
I'm going to need something a little bit more concrete than this. How many weapons are you going to buy? I will not drink to your honor until I know that we have a deal and our secrecy is ensured in this matter.
Oh, well, we have about 100 men, so swords for them, maybe some daggers. Maybe something for their horses, Don't you need a sword for the horse also? On top of the sword on you, in case you drop the one?
You do, yes. It's a very fine idea. In fact, I prefer to have 2 spare swords for my horse, one for each front hoof.
Oh, see, and that is why I came to you, because you know this. And then the bows. We need bows. Do you do bows?
Oh, yes, we do bows. Are you feeling the long ones or the more expensive but far better long ones?
Well, maybe the long ones. Let's do the long ones.
The long ones? We do have crossbows as well, just to throw another...
Who made them mad?
Quite. Well said.
Oh, yes. I think just the long ones. The long ones.
Right, yes.
So we have 3 swords per man, a dagger per man, a longbow per man. So yes, that is a deal, is it not?
What about armor?
I thought you do armor?
Yes, we do, yes.
Oh, armor. Well, we should use that.
Do you want the good armor? The strong armor, which will stop you from dying from their swords when they hit you?
Yes, we want that. The not dying armor.
Good.
And shields? Is that shields are a thing? Yes, shields.
You are a master of
Do
warfare, my friend.
you
Yes.
have a package deal, like something that you can just put it all together per man? I tell you the man count, the count of men.
Well, seeing as it's Black Friday weekend, I suppose I could put something together.
We did lose a lot of people on that Friday. Yes, we should remember it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I can put together a family deal, as it were, a family package. I can put you all on. Member of your household. Do you have a wife, Sir Rock?
We're working on it. I'm working on it. I'll tell you that. We'll get there. But not yet. We don't.
Really? I thought that you did. Never mind.
Yes? So,
Alyssa comes through the door. Hey!
yes, Alyssa, my dear. Yes.
He says, very well. In that case, we will do armor, swords, bows, crossbows, barding, and a couple of other little things in there as well. It should defend your keep for a very long time. You can hold out as long as you have supplies, of course, and we will set the figure at 100,000 gold pieces.
Sorry, it's the dry air. 100,000. Okay. What if we do half now and half on delivery?
I'm afraid of a deal such as this. You understand, a family package is very much an all-or-nothing kind of deal.
Okay.
We have very strict, and he's got like a quill and a piece of paper, very strict legislation, and he's writing about the family deal, and it must be all up front. We've been sung in the past, let me tell you.
I can see why.
You give the boy the sword, and then the sister wants one, and then, well, it all goes from there.
Yeah.
That's, as they say.
You got to get a handle on that. I get it. Yeah,
That's
before.
But you do a hilt as well. You are a witty gentleman, Sir Rock.
Oh,
Cutting.
Thank you. I've never been told that. I appreciate it.
This
well, yes. So, to a deal well struck, then. And I'll try to hold up the mug again for a toast.
Quite. And Theo raises and says, get the chest of gold in here, and I will bring round the supplies that are all ready and waiting outside. Deal is not a deal until you've signed, and I see the gold. So 100,000 gold pieces shouldn't be hard for a man such as you.
Oh, but we're in the middle of dinner.
My friend, this is just apps and snacks. This is not dinner.
Well, maybe just because you had a pheasant doesn't mean that I can't enjoy a nice dinner. I mean, Well, this is how it is in the 100. I suppose I'll just get used to the way it's done.
Yes, this is how it's done. This is. I've had many deals go down just like this. You are, in fact, one of the hardest negotiators I have ever run into.
Oh, you do me a kindness, my sir. Yes.
And now you can repay me by doing me a kindness and fetching the 100,000 gold. I don't mind in one chest or several smaller ones will also do as well.
So at this point, I think Wyrme's like peeking out of the kitchen. He's like, and he's got his thunder cannon up, and like sensing the deal has gone south, and just decides to unload and try and take his head off.
Is anyone going to stop Wyrme from doing this?
And I'll just like Elvadine just claps his hands and be like, "Bring in the gold."
I think it is, and Wyrme's got an 8 wisdom.
The little boy is like, the gold, sir? What gold? Where should I bring the gold? How much?
All of it. The 100,000, you say? Yes, 100,000 it was.
So, does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Excellent.
The boy is like.
So over top of the boy's head, there's a sound of thunder as 17 points of damage goes slamming into our friend.
Thunderstruck. Yeah. You describe to me how you kill this guy. He's a
his head pops like an overripe, like the mug, the glass that Ella was holding up explodes, and then followed by that explodes this guy's head.
Nice.
It's okay. This deal was never going anywhere, as I've seen this before.
Yeah, and his head just kind of like explodes like a melon. And the goblets that were sitting empty are now like filled up with his brain matter. And the knights just like turn as this happens in shock and surprise, draw their swords, and they're gonna head towards you. So let's roll some initiative.
This is why Ajax likes to keep Wyrme around.
Yeah, the white wine is now a little bit more red. You'll be pleased to hear.
Hey.
Much a better accompaniment now to the meat that is on the table. All right, let's see. Wyrme, what did you roll on your initiative?
I got a 10.
Oh, baby. Elvadine.
I got an 11.
An 11. Calium.
15.
15. Ajax.
5.
Oh, baby.
I love Dex and 5e.
These guys rolled a
So
40.
good.
So, we got Calium up first. Yeah, Ajax on 5, not 15. Calium up first, followed by the Knights, 5 of them. Elvadine, Wyrme, and then Ajax on round 1. These guys are looking pretty annoyed. And shocked that their friend or their master has just been murdered in front of their very eyes. We've all been there, though.
It happens.
It happens. I'm still the best of us.
And
That's how the adventurer's life starts.
And maybe we won't have a vampire bitch resurrect him when we're done with this lot.
So, Calium, at this point, you're probably about 40 feet away from him. What do you want to
Well,
do?
how convenient. My mist walk speed is 40 feet.
That's crazy.
So I will just pop up and, I'm going to take some shots right at him, man.
All right.
So here's the attack after the miswalk, 16.
A 16 is not a hit.
And, whoops, that's damage. I'll take another attack, 24.
24 is a hit.
And I'll slice him up again for natural 20.
That's
So there's
that
the
is
first
also
one.
gonna do it.
So 9, and then this one is a crit. So there's the whopping 1 plus an extra die, an extra 4. So 9 plus 5, 14 plus an extra 4, 18 points. That's with my bonus
18.
action.
points. Oh, damage. We're going to name these knights so I don't have to number them. We're going to have Beardy. You see his beard coming through. He's the one that you just hit. We've also got Bad Skin because he needs to moisturize.
I didn't write that down, but okay.
I did. I made very detailed notes about each and every one of these gentlemen beforehand. That guy's Bad Skin. We've got Long Nose. We've got Nosy. We call him Nosy. He's the third guy. He's looking pretty good right now, but real big nose, Pinocchio style. Then this guy we're going to call Groin because he's got one of those really big cod pieces on, which is, he's rocking it. He's rocking it, I'd say. And the last guy we will call Beautiful Eyes because he has eyes like melted chocolate. So, Beardy, Bad Skin, Nosy, Groin, Beautiful Eyes. Calium, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, sir.
Good, good. The knights are doing a thing, and they're going to move in towards you, Calium, and also to Vadin, who is in Sir Rock's disguise currently, because he is close to them at the table.
I got a 17 AC.
All right, cool. Two of them are coming in towards you, Calium, and we're going to have a +5 onto this, so a 15, Calium?
17 AC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Sorry. And then a 24. So that will hit. Oh yes, it will. Oh yes.
Oh no!
Oh no! That was crap roll. You take 4 points of damage.
Hooray! There was much rejoicing.
That was pretty bad. So that guy, Beardy, tries to get you. He misses, and then Bad Skin comes in towards you. Nosy, Groin, and Beautiful Eyes are all going to take on Vadin at this point. They're not messing around. A 9, let's see, 12, and a 10. Oh my god, why am I rolling so bad?
Well, my AC is 12.
Oh, so a 12 is a hit. Okay. Yeah. This guy's gonna hit you with his thingamabobby. He's got great swords. Let's roll 2 of those. 7 damage +3, so 10. 10 damage.
This is much better. Now he's getting to test out the goods beforehand.
All right. So that was a litany of failures, which coincidentally is my band's name. Nice. That is Vadin's turn as you get hit by these 3 guys.
Well, that he finally took damage. So I kind of burst out of my disguise up to my full 6.5 feet, and with bonus action, automatically enact my radiant soul ability. So big spectral wings spring off my back, and my eyes light up, and just, you dare defile the apotheosis of the divine, and then I'm going to cast Mel's Minute Meteors, and
nice.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So yeah, 6 meteors kind of spring out around me, and I'm gonna go ahead and within a 5-foot radius, can I catch how many? 2 of them?
Yeah, you can catch 2 of them. They're surrounding you, so.
Okay, so the 3 that are on me, I basically want to hit the one in the middle twice with 2 meteors. You see what I mean? So one on each side takes 1. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So DC 15. So the middle guy needs to make 2 DC 15 reflex saves.
All right, they haven't got anything but dex, so these are straight rolls. This guy gets a not one. Didn't want to do that. Oops. And then the second guy gets a 14. That's DC 15, was it? Yep, both fail.
Okay.
Weighed down by their armor and are sluggish.
It's always so exhilarating when he does that.
So he's gonna take 9 because I'm gonna add the damage I get every round to the first one. So those guys take 9.
9.
And then for the second meteor, that's gonna be 8 fire damage.
Alrighty, so that's Nosy and Groin that get hit by that. Takes it right to the groin.
Yes.
His crotch is on fire.
He's got the fire crotch.
He sure does. He ain't afraid to use it. Wyrme, it's your turn.
All right, I'll send another shot right over L's shoulder, trying to take out that guy in the middle.
Oh,
That's a nat 20.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Nice.
with a thunder cannon.
Yeah, that's probably gonna hurt a little bit. That's gonna be. I'm gonna need some dice for this. Oh, you son of a bitch! It doesn't actually give me the number of dice I need.
You can like click on the die, and then
Yeah, but it goes 4, 5, and then 10,
Ah.
and I need 8. Son of a monkey's uncle. Doug, we're gonna have to talk about this. So I'm gonna have to do it twice. So that is 18 plus. Come on.
He's click.
It is. There's a lot of clicking going on here.
It's coming.
The whole lot of
There we
clicking
go.
going on.
Come on. Put it down. Oh no! Wait a minute. I can do stuff. Apparently,
Jeez.
You owe Doug an apology. I'm gonna tell him that.
I do. Like apparently, I can get.
telling
I don't know how.
I'm telling
I'm
on
gonna
you.
clip it and send it to him in an email.
I don't know how to do it, but you can do it somehow.
He's just
All right.
rolling
Well, you know what? I'm just going to take the first 4 for that second roll and be like 10, 12. So 30 points of damage.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Positive. All right. And you want this on a guy that has been hit before or hasn't been hit?
Has been hit before. I was going
All right.
after.
All right, we'll hit Beautiful Eyes in that case, yeah. Excellent. He really feels that. He feels it in his bones. He's having a bad day. Having a real bad day. Okay, Ajax.
All right. So we've got 1 guy on Calium, 3 on Vadin. Do I have that right?
You got... Yeah, that's right, yeah. In fact, no, 2 on Calium and 3 on Vadin, yeah.
All right. I'm going to draw steel and approach one of the ones that's on Vadin. Let's go with groin. I want that cod piece. And,
Be sure to wash it first.
Till a
I will.
victor's Scholar
not
spoils.
disgusting. Just, you know.
You gotta
gross.
clean that. Gotta clean your cod
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's
before you batter it.
There we go. I guess I probably should have raged. I will. I'll hit and then I'll rage because, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm 23 to hit for my first one.
yes.
Yeah, there we go. And then let's see what we got here. We're gonna have 10 damage for that attack. I'm raging now for my next
All
attack.
right.
Where we got 22 to hit,
Yes.
and that's gonna be another 8. So 18 damage total to groin.
Nice. Very nice. And yes, you slice right into that groin, and you feel the loin piece, the cod piece, just begin to buckle under that pressure, and it's his source of strength and his source of life, and
like
it's
an uppercut.
yeah, it's going right up there, and it's starting to fail him. All right, Calium.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna try and segue into Calium somehow.
I was having a nice little chat over. So let's. How many are up here? When I stepped away, did any of them drop?
None are dead yet. However, Groin and Beautiful Eyes are looking in pain right now.
Beautiful. Can I get to both of them if I miswalk?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'm very convincing. I'm gonna miswalk again, and yeah, I'm gonna take my attack. So I have a 14, which misses, and then I've got a follow-up attack of 20 for 7 damage against the first one.
14's a miss, but 20 is a hit.
Right. So the 20 for 17, or it's 20 for
Yes.
7.
7, yeah.
So I'm gonna pop
20
back up,
for
flash
7.
over, come back in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my bonus action as well for another 19 for 9 more damage.
How would you like to kill the Groin and the Beautiful Eyed Man?
So basically, I'm gonna pop up. I go high on the first one to kind of get them to go down, and then I'm just gonna bring my swords back up at the same time and just drive it through both of their chests as they try to like duck under and block, and it's just gonna come right up through their throats and just rip down, let the blood seep down to the floor.
All right, nice. The luckily for Ajax, the codpiece doesn't shatter entirely, but it is a little warped. It's kind of wearing to the left now. More so than it was before.
That's fine.
Legend
like a-
has it. Legend has it that'll be perfect.
It's like a bendy straw kind of deal right now. Yeah. So he looks so happy when I say bendy straw. Bendy straw codpiece, yes. Great. So that is Calium's turn. The 3 knights who are still alive are gonna go for it. They're going for it. Seeing the loss of their companions, they're pressing onwards. Calium, give me a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Why do I keep doing that? Followed by a didn't roll properly. There we go. Natural 20.
Give it to me, buddy.
Ooh. And then I always beat up on Calium. I feel bad.
Stop giving it to me, buddy. Jesus.
If I had $1.
I thought they were attacking Vadin. Fuck.
So this guy's a plus 3 to this is 10 damage for the first one. We'll do the crit one last. 10 damage on the second one, and then roll 4 at least plus 3 is 18 on the last one.
Yeah, I drop.
Great stuff. They're like, get that slimy son of a bitch, and they just come in and start ripping into you with great swords. And it is, I mean, they're pretty great swords. Elvadine knows better than anyone that these swords are of the highest, finest quality, and they are doing good work on their turn. However, it is a turn to Elvadine at this point.
Yeah, it's damn good steel. So
fine weapons.
Can I? So there's 3 guys left, 2 on me,
I'll get
1
some
on.
cod pieces too, please.
Yeah. So there's 3 guys left.
Yes.
Are they all 3 on me, or 2 on me and 1 on?
They are mostly beating up on Calium right now.
Mostly beating up on Calium. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I can, I'm gonna with my bonus action throw 2 more meteors if possible at try to catch all 3 of them. If I can.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
So I need a DC 15 reflex save.
DC 15. I got nothing to this. Fail. No. Success. I don't know anything. And a fail, followed by a success. So 2 of them succeed, 1 of them fails.
Okay, so they take half damage on the success. So for the first one, it's 11. Second one, it's going to be 8 fire damage, and then Kaylin will be fine for a second. And then I'm going to do a. Sorry, I'll get to you in a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a twin. I'm going to give a twin firebolt and hit. Who are the 3 guys left?
You got Beardy, Bad Skin, and Nosy left.
So there's Beardy. 15 probably doesn't hit.
15 is not a hit.
What about a 19?
19 will do it.
I'm going to hit the nose on the nose, and he takes 12 more fire damage.
All right. So that is maths happening. Excellent stuff. Okay, all still alive, but looking pretty wounded at this point. Elvadine does his magic meatballs. Wyrme, it is your turn.
No, Calium! And then I let loose with the trusty thunder cannon,
which has been doing work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after whoever is next to L. So that's
okay. Next to L, you got a choice of Beardy, Bad Skin, or Nosy right now. It's pretty close, I guess.
All right, we're gonna go with Nosy. And that is gonna be 21.
21. That is a hit.
No, 19 to hit.
Oh, in that case, how'd you explode him?
This one goes like right between L's legs and then takes him right in the groin, and and it penetrates the codpiece, but it can't. It doesn't find an exit for the armor, so it just rattles around in there. So he starts jerking like he's having a seizure.
All right, that is Wyrme's turn. He takes another guy down. Ajax, it's yours.
So we've got Beardy and Bad Skin. All right. I'm gonna have Ajax, sort of like duck underneath their swinging swords, and he's going to go after Beardy.
All right.
There we go. Let's see. Oh, probably not 11's. That's
beard
not
on
gonna
beard
be-
action. 11 ain't gonna do it.
11's not gonna do it. Clangs off his armor. Let's see about that second attack.
Oh,
Ooh, that is not
damn,
gonna happen
Jim.
either.
Yeah.
Saving my luckies though. He's just
That's,
not gonna happen this round.
You should get reckless with that shit, man.
I always forget about Reckless, which is kind of the point of being a barbarian. So maybe next round.
That's a moment of existential crisis.
Ajax just gets frustrated and gives himself advantage.
That's it. All right. As Ajax turns up round 3, Calium, it is your turn.
I bleed. How do I make a death saving throw? Oh, here we go. I just hit that little button.
Just a D20. Oh, failed.
Oh.
Yikes.
Cue ominous music.
I have ominous music playing 24/7.
I'm gonna check the little fail button. One death saving throw fail.
I bought wireless headphones recently so I can walk around my house listening to ominous music. That's great.
Just swelling organ everywhere.
Love it. I just love it when the organ swells. So it is the knight's turn now. Calium's down, so I need to worry about him. Let's go beat up on Vadin instead. So Vadin, my friend. That will be a 17 and a 20 to hit you.
Yeah, both of those hit. They hit good. Yeah.
They hit real good. All right, why don't +6 to let's roll them together.
Heal me.
15 damage is what you take.
15, so that's going to be so I'm going to roll my con save for concentration. Just fine.
All right, feeling just fine right there.
Just good.
All right. So, that's it on Vadin. It's your turn. You've held your concentration. You got your MILF's magic, whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
Stop smiling, Jim Davis.
Okay. So these guys look kind of hurt, or no?
These guys look pretty close to completion.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to do on these two guys, I'm going to do a twinned guiding bolt. Because if I don't finish him, the next guy will. Hopefully.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
So that's
close.
a 26 to hit. Almost got that 20.
26 is a hit.
15 probably misses.
15 is a miss.
Okay. So the first guy, it's going to be the nose. No, he's dead.
Yes, Nosy is dead. You got Beardy and Bad Skin to choose between right now.
Beardy. Yeah. So he's going to take, so that's 7 damage, but I'm going to go ahead and throw my my Radiant Soul on that. So that's another 5. So it's 12 Radiant damage.
That Beardy came from a place of jealousy. I could real. Yeah, okay. Vadin is not happy with him. Extra 12 damage. Bad Skin's still doing okay. Oh no, Beardy. Beardy is doing maths in his head, and he's dead.
Yes. I burned that beard right off his face.
Yeah, you do. Source of his power, and he dies. You just got one guy left, Bad Skin, real pockmarked kind of fella, and it is Wyrme's turn. I can imagine where this is going.
So actually, Wyrme is going to do something else instead. And I am going to, am I muted?
No.
No.
Good. All right. So Wyrme is going to go, no, Calium. And then he's going to run out and try and stabilize him. Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds because.
Oh, okay.
Well, that actually occurred to me too, but yeah.
When you were like, no, I was like, no.
Yeah, so I definitely want to cast Cure Wounds on him. I just have to figure out how to do that, and then we're totally doing that. So, all right, for now, we'll just roll a die 8. So he is going to get back. I believe that is 8, and he's back up.
I appreciate it, buddy.
No problem, because if you roll a 1, that's a new character, all right, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had 2 more fails.
No, if you rolled a 1, that's 2 fails and you're
1,
dead.
you're right. A 1. Yeah, I realized what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
you're
sorry, I would have healed you, but I'm role playing right now. So
yeah, kind of busy.
Wow,
Thank you.
technically, no, I'm kind of lost in the anger of
Somebody
being
clip
attacked.
that shit.
Can't right now. I'm role playing.
Can't hear you, bro. I'm RPing.
That is,
RPing intensifies.
it is the worst when you're a doctor or a surgeon. You just can't do it. You're role playing. I'd love to do the heart transplant, but I'm role playing right now.
I'm in the zone. It's just not happening.
Kind of busy. Do they have heart transplants in Penumbra? No. So that is Wyrme's turn. Ajax, it is your turn, my friend. Time to bring your plane.
All right, bad skin. Here we go. Recklessly attacking bad skin. Ajax is going to see
Much like many products that I hope to sponsor us in the future.
Yes. Oh, so
We're
close.
fighting bad skin.
Should have been a champion fighter, but he's not.
He's
There we
not
go.
a
He's not a champion fighter. This is going to be 9 damage for my first attack, assuming a 25 hits.
a 25 is gonna hit.
All right, and then
Mr.
that's
Man.
9 damage for the first one.
All
We're
right,
just 2 armored dudes in plate armor
just
with
going
great swords,
at it.
just going at it. Miss for the second one, but you know what? I am feeling lucky because this guy is just annoying me.
We're just 2 men in metal armor that found each other and just going at it.
Sweaty men.
Just hammering on each other.
For my second one.
I'm all about this kind of roleplay. Yes.
So 18 damage total.
18 damage. How? It seems like your confrontation is getting a little bit too furious here, and you have killed him.
Oh, sorry,
How would you
bad
like to do
skin.
so?
I mean, Ajax just buries his great sword as deep into Badskin's torso as he can, just cleaving through armor and bone and sinew.
Very nice. Very nice.
Kicks him off his sword.
All right then. So that is combat over, my friends, as you slay these gentlemen. Well, not so much gentlemen. Yes, and Calium comes back to life, coughing and spluttering.
Okay. Yeah, Elvadine will kind of shake the luminescence out of his eyes and kind of come back to himself and kind of slump over, like looking down at his wounds, just looking over at Calium, and he actually looks a little like embarrassed, maybe, and he'll hobble over there really quick, and I'm going to do a twinned 2nd level cure wounds on Calium and I.
Alrighty.
You just couldn't get them to drink the fucking wine.
I tried.
That was exciting. It's unfortunate Grandma's recipe went to waste.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Grandma's
good shot,
recipe
Wyrme.
is tainted with the
We both get back 17.
pieces of brain. Excellent. You guys are feeling a lot better then.
I appreciate it,
lot
buddy.
better.
So 17 total?
So are you not role playing right now, Vadin? Because
No. It's more of his whole radiant thing is kind of a self-defense mechanism that it's almost like a rage. So he kind of loses focus a little bit.
Sure.
Sounds like an excuse.
Sounds like you're not playing your character, and you go down 2 levels, and you change alignment.
Oh,
Count
don't
it.
even.
Potatoes
my
last
God,
time.
no.
You
There
get
it
2 D and demerits.
Oh, Jesus. You lose a level and a half.
No, you just see with that one, Jim. You just go demerits.
Demerits, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking awful.
So,
Yep, you are now a chaotic neutral null.
Yes. Blood.
Speaking of which, you guys are surrounded by blood, and the carriages outside are, open for plundering.
Do they? So there was no. I don't know, squire, assistant, little buddy.
Well, yeah,
defense things?
outside
It was
there
literally
are
just these guards.
There are no soldiers, but there are the servants out there. There are some younger, squires, boys and girls that are outside that might have heard some noise going on in there, probably the thunder cannon most of all.
Boom!
But they, the doors were closed. They don't know what's going on in there.
Perhaps we should give them snacks and drinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna miswalk up to like the baluster,
Yeah.
and then you just make my way up there, and then I want to miswalk right down into. I don't want to like take time to open the gates and everything all bloody. I just want to like go find them, so that I want to just keep them from riding off on a horse. In essence, that's the short version.
Yeah, they don't seem to be aware of what's gone on at this point. So they don't look like they're immediately fleeing. And secondly, you'd be able to catch these guys on horseback really quickly because they don't have horses, and the horse that they do have are attached to the heavily burdened wagon, so they're not going anywhere fast. And if the knights have closed the gates at this point to the keep, so they are definitely shut in here.
Perfect.
One down.
So as we pop out there, I'm sure I'm covered in blood. I've been stabbed. I'm, out of it a little bit. I've been brought back to life a little bit. You are to go inside. Do you understand me? Boy.
Yes?
You are to go
yes, my lord.
inside.
Roll me a intimidation check against this guy. It's going to be pretty easy, but you never do know.
Here comes the net.
Here comes the 4.
Oh, look at that. 5 intimidation. I'm fine if he's not intimidated. I have other means.
The four of them turn and run. These guys are probably like 11 or 12.
Okay. Are they I assume they're running in the same direction.
They're all running for the gate. I mean, the gate is locked. There's no way they're getting out of it, but they're running for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. So are they inside the keep or are they not inside the keep?
Yeah, they're inside the keep in the courtyards. They've been locked in by the gate. They're just, they figured out as you come out covered in blood, they're probably for it. I'm
going to miswalk in front of them with my sword and put my sword away, hold my hands up. It is over. You are not to be harmed. I know they're in the middle of panicking, but I'm trying to calm them.
They're freaking out.
I want to appear calm.
Okay.
That's deception.
I am calm. That's not deception. That's persuasion, right?
Behind them, they hear metal clattering as Wyrme is like ransacking the wagon.
Junk.
Yeah, roll me up.
About a 17 on persuasion.
Yeah, that'll do it. They kind of calm down a little bit and stop running, and just sort of resign themselves to imprisonment or whatever their fate may be.
Lord Gunther is dead. You are to go inside. You will not be harmed.
They nod and just walk inside as quickly as possible.
There's a blue-skinned man. Seek him out.
Yes, my lord. Vadin and Wyrme and Ajax, who are still inside the hall or outside ransacking, you see these 4 come in. We're looking for the blue man.
I'll look at them and like, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the man out there, he said to come to you. We're not to be harmed.
Okay. Well,
he was very clear on that.
I'll
he
turn and look for...
Very calm about it.
I'm sure he was. He's level-headed.
He's unnaturally calm.
Elvadine will just like look for one of the servants, be like, "Do you have a dungeon for these waifs?" I mean,
yeah,
not really sure what I'm gonna do.
So how do we?
Oh my God! Send them down to the blood brewery,
dude. When I find out that you send them to the dungeons, I'm gonna be pissed off. I just want you to know that, buddy.
The guy is like, the soldier is like, yeah, I'll take him down to the holding cells.
Oh, that's what he said.
He takes him down. Takes him down to Vampire Town.
11, 12. That's a terrible year. Terrible, I just tell you. Terrible. It's not aged enough yet. There's no spice to it. No misery.
Nope.
Here's some servants that have served the 100. They're probably poor as shit. They do exactly what they're told. They're not even teenagers yet. And you're like, yeah, send them to the dungeons for the vampires to feed on. What are you doing, bro?
Elvadine's now pissed off.
Apparently.
Capitalism, eh? What are you gonna do?
It's a business. We'll bleed them a little.
Don't look at me, man. I'm going for a wagon with these inferior goods.
Well, you see, Cody, you bleed him a little, and then it trickles down.
Oh, I always wondered how that worked.
That
Then
trickle
another
down
vampire.
effect, it's sneaky.
It'll get you. It'll get you. So, Curtis Wine will make himself known at some point after you've done some looting. And the wagons have, sword supplies, armor, definitely enough to fuel an army. Cod pieces for all. Cut pieces for all. You just go around throwing up into the sky. And Curtis says, well, looks like you handled that fairly aptly, my friends. Well done. Although I was thinking that you were doing something with wine and poison, and then it turned a little bit more explosive. I appreciate it nonetheless.
They refused to drink the wine. They knew Rock for the traitor that he is.
Ah, yes, I figured his reputation might have spread out somewhat, but the reputation of Sir Gunfer Longthorn is, well, equally he's known to be a bit of a slippery eel, which is fitting for our own deception here. So, we have the wagons, we have any documentation that he has that you can go through to see if he had anything of interest on him, and, well, you can get your little party off to Ostwald.
Yes. Yes, we can. And none too soon.
Exactly. So who's going to be Mr. Longthorn? We need someone truly scummy, I feel like. It's definitely giving eyes at Wyrme. Yeah, someone that's a real piece of work.
Very least, Wyrme can talk the talk.
That's true.
I thought you didn't like my accent.
No. If you can, maybe you could. I mean, you don't sound too dissimilar to him.
I can try.
We can say that you've got a winter cough or something like that, and it's making your throat go weird, or maybe you were in a fight and you burned your throat. I don't know. Make up something.
Oh, freak pumpkin seed accident.
Yes, Wyrme, you must be careful with those. You can joke.
I heard that they are near as deadly as us vampires. Especially when roasted. So, yeah, he moves on from the pumpkin meme. And yeah, he says, well, take as much time as you need, gather what you will, and perhaps you can leave in the morn. It's growing late.
I think that's a good idea. Maybe going through his wagon tonight to see what he has that we can leave here. If not
Sounds like a good idea.
everything. I don't know how much we want to keep in order to maintain the deception.
Well, I mean, if he came here to make a deal, he would more than likely return with nothing.
It sounded like he was sort of double dealing. Perhaps he's, I don't know where the actual intended destination for these goods is. Like, Ajax will join Wyrme and the wagon just to loot it, see what's there,
Okay.
inspect the goods.
Yes, have a good old route around. Yeah, you can. You find all the weapons, all the pieces that you were talking about, armor as well, heavy crossbow. So if there's any kind of weaponry that you're looking for at this point, you can pretty easily find it within Sir Longthorn's haul and stash. You do find his documentation. This guy owns close to 1 million gold pieces, making him the richest person that you've ever come across. You've just murdered. Based on his books and accounting, he has it in several offshore accounts and the like. And at his own keep, of course, would probably be where most of his stash is hidden. And he invests in several other businesses as well. He owns all of the tanneries and the blacksmiths, and he kind of forges in basically all of the world. So that's pretty much where his income comes from. He is an arms dealer, and he makes a lot of money from it. You also know that he has a meeting booked in Ostwald with one Olira Fletcher is her name. She, in fact, you can roll me a history check to see if you know who that is.
I assume I'm at the wagon with him.
Yeah, you guys can all,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give guidance to whoever makes that roll.
Okay.
Phenomenal rolls tonight.
Phenomenal.
Just absolutely dynamite.
You are fairly sure she's a member of the 100. You don't recall too much else about her at this point in time.
Wyrme is mesmerized by all those commas and zeros,
Clearly,
muttering to himself,
clearly, I might have been dealing to the wrong side.
He also has several important meetings with the banks, the chief of which is the Bank of Ostwald, which is also scheduled within the next week as well, presumably about business and work. So the Bank of Ostwald and the Lyra Fletcher are the two meetings that he has in Ostwald to begin with that are on the agenda that seem very important. Then, of course, there's a few other bits, like social meetings and a ball to attend, but,
Well,
that's funny. I heard social media.
He's got a tweet tomorrow.
he's got
to schedule his tweets. He's got to buffer them. Yeah.
Sends out birds to everyone.
Yes. Fly. Yeah. He's got 280 of them now.
Elvadine, where did you send the kids? Were they taken care of?
Yes, I believe they were going to take them to their holding cells.
Holding cells? What do you mean, the holding cells?
It's when you're held. You're just hugged by someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
the latest
You
thing.
sent them to the dungeons?
What was I supposed to do with them?
Talk to them? Treat them? Be kind to them? Ask them for information?
I can go do that. Sure.
How about you join me as we go let them free from the dungeons? This is, after all, a keep filled with vampires. And you would send 12-year-old boys off to the dungeons, unsupervised.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In a place that you told me you don't trust anyone.
Right. So now when we go and save them, we will be truly saving them, won't we? Thus endearing them to us.
We will be saving them, sure. Yes.
Yes. Thus endearing them to us.
I'm going to wait for Wyrme and Ajax to kind of finish up here. And then we're going to go straight to the... I want to go straight to the dungeons. And get some information.
You want all of us to go to the dungeons?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to wait for you guys to kind of finish up here. And then we can all kind of go down there and talk to them. That way you guys can ask any questions.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's in charge of unloading this, just, let's take all the weapons.
Yeah,
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, okay. You head towards the dungeon area. There's a kind of gate, doorway which leads down into the dungeon cells, guarded by two knights. So you don't have... Curtis has gone at this point somewhere else into the castle. She's not sure where he is. And the guards look at you. Can I help?
Yes. You can move aside.
We need access to the blood brewery.
I'm not sure that you have access to that.
We have access.
I'm going to need to check with Master Wine first.
You do that.
He comes back a minute later as he kind of heads off somewhere into the castle, and Curtis Wine comes back with him. And he says, "Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem here?"
There are 4 young children that should not be down here. They were mistakenly sent down here, weren't they?
Apparently, yes.
Oh.
I want to have a bit of a chat with them. See what they know.
That is a shame. Well, it hasn't been very long, so they should be intact for the most part.
I certainly hope so.
The door opens up before him, and he says, "Be my guest."
I'm just going to stroll in.
Yeah. You head down back into the dark caverns. The stone steps lead you down for 10 minutes or so. You go pretty deep down into here. And then you come across the cages. And you're familiar with gibbets and iron cages that are kind of hung up, Pirates of the Caribbean style. When there are like crows that pick into the eyes. They basically have that. They have the cages suspended rather than being on the floor. It's probably about 20 of them here, all in a circle. And the cages are suspended up, and there's a bunch of like tubes and pipes which run from them, and seem to be connected to the veins, the arms of the people in here. And the piping runs all the way through the place. It looks like they kind of siphon off blood.
So the people that they're siphoning from is not given willingly. They are caged.
The 20 or so down here appear to be caged individuals, yes. You can roll me a perception check as you get down here, Calium.
That sounds
you guys all
wise.
headed down with him as well?
Jesus Christ.
The 4!
Came out to a 4. Still counts. It's a dirty 4, but it's a 4.
It's a dirty
ones. Back to, all right. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck is going on at all.
Yeah, I mean, we were all coming down here to see them in their holding cells, right? So.
Right, you always go. All guys are down. All right, Wyrme, you can roll me a perception check, and you can get advantage on this because you're a little.
Excellent. I'm so good at perception checks too.
I believe in you.
Jogo certainly was.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. You just gotta believe. Just gotta believe.
Knocked it out of the park.
You would recognize a couple of individuals here, Wyrme. You recognize a few captains or former captains of the Emperor's army who are being kept down here, which would lead you to think that the others are probably like those as well, most likely war criminals or prisoners of war who have been captured here. They're living in pretty gross conditions up in the cages, but the children are not in the cages at this point. The children are just in like in this horrific scene looking up at all of the cages, and they're just seated on a bench basically where a couple of vampires have just like put them. And these two individuals who are clearly vampires, turn to you with their jet black eyes, look at you and are like, "Can we help?"
Yes. You can move aside, please.
I'm not in your way. What do you need?
Those boys. They were sent down here mistakenly.
You need those boys. Very well. Where will you need them sent to? Any particular destination in mind?
We'll have a chat with them a bit, and then we'll make that decision. We will let you know once we have come to a decision.
Very good, sir. Very good indeed. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ring the bell. And he places a little bell on the table.
Interesting.
Totally grab it and ring it.
Exactly. It works just like
testing.
that. It works. It works.
Who is the... I'm going to go to the oldest.
Yeah.
What is your name, boy?
He looks up at you and says, Tad. Tad's my name.
Tad. My name is Calium Naris from the Redwood. These are my associates, Ajax, Vadin, and Wyrme. We apologize for your treatment here. I know that it was not our intention to send you down here.
What is this place? It's awful.
Some say that. I would very much like to see you not in this place. But before I can help you out, I need a little bit of information. I hope you can help me.
Yes, my lord, if it means getting out of here, well, I think I'll take anything.
Tad, what do you know of the war? What do you know of those who led the war?
Begging your pardon, sir, but I rather think that you might have been involved in that war. I don't want to speak out of turn, sir.
Have you seen me before?
I've seen your face, sir.
You have.
A poster, sir. Wanted man.
Good.
Don't worry. Sometimes my accent does this.
Does it say?
It just wanders into the more Fava Ted region. It's fine.
It's just when you're scared, though.
Just when I'm scared. Most of the time, I just sound like this. Actually, my name is Tad, but when I get scared, I just talk like this. It's really terrible. Please don't hurt me, sir. And my man's life. Please don't hurt me.
And this man here, surely his face is recognizable to you, even in this dark light.
Even in that fisher's hat, sir, I can tell that be Ajax the barbarian.
Indeed. So we want to help you, Tad, but we need some information.
Okay. I don't know that I really know much, sir. I just bring the pots and the pans and the weapons and whatnot.
Sure, but you know, being around Lord Gunther, I'm sure you heard rumors, business dealings. He was a very brash man, after all.
Oh yes, he was, sir. Shan't be missing him if I could be so bold, sir.
A bit rude, right?
Oh yes, sir. Well, he would give me a tannin, a good hiding every time I forgot the meal in the morning, or I didn't bring all of the sheets that he wanted.
We see that, and I kind of look over at Wyrme. He has a meeting, a couple of meetings this week, with Lyra. What do you know about this meeting?
Oh, well, sir, he spoke about how she was a beautiful woman, and that he was hoping to use this trade deal to steal her hand in marriage, as it were. She's right hot on him, apparently.
Is she expecting this proposal?
I don't know, sir. I don't know. All I know is that he was very excited by the whole matter, and was going to seek the approval of her father and well, secure her not inconsiderable fortune, and as well her army as well.
So that's the entire meeting. Surely it had an additional element to it.
Oh, right, sir. Well,
often engagements are hidden, a surprise, really.
Oh, I wouldn't know much about that, sir. No one's going to ever marry me. But I do know that it's a meeting with her and her family, so it's like a dinner. And they have to. He wanted to impress the. And
there was business dealings at this dinner with her father.
I'd expect so, sir. I believe that whilst Miss Lyra is not married, she doesn't control much of the fortune or the army. But when she does marry, she'll inherit a lot of that for her dowry, you see. And so the dowry is on the table, I believe. Those are the business discussions.
So this is purely a meeting about this arrangement, this marriage. This has nothing to do with Gunther's typical arms dealing.
I don't know, sir. I rightly don't know, but I know that
what you've heard, Tad, from what you've heard.
From what I've heard, I know that they have a lot of troops, a lot of soldiers, and my master, he sold weapons. So I'd imagine it probably has the master always had a double agenda, you know?
Right. And what about his bank meeting? Right, Wyrme? Was there another meeting with the bank, I believe?
That's what these notes say.
Oh, he wouldn't tell me anything about that, sir. I did ask. All I know is it's top secret.
Of course, Tad. He wouldn't tell you anything, but, you know, servants talk and they overhear things.
We do talk, sir. So we do talk, yes.
What is the talk about this meeting? Is he Gunther hurting for money? Is he there to loan into the bank?
You know, sir, the servants...
He's not hurting for money at all. He has lots of it.
I think it must have been about an investment, sir, because the banks, that's what you do in banks, isn't it, sir?
Investment, that's an interesting...
Put money in it, and they take out loans and the like, or something like that, or maybe...
was the bank making an investment, or was Gunther making an investment?
You know, I'm not too sure, sir.
Very important work, Tad. You know, we want to get you out of here. It was a mistake to bring you down here, of course, but...
Oh, yes, sir. I don't want to be hooked up to those pipes and tubes, sir. They look awful unnatural. Let me think. There was some talk about their the economy. You know the economy, sir. I've heard of it. It's this big thing, and everyone talks about it a whole lot, but I've never seen it before.
The economy is everywhere, Tad. It is all around us.
That's
confusing everything.
That's the ecology, isn't it?
It's kind of like this blood here. It trickles down mostly.
Oh, the trickle-down effect. That's what they meant by that. No, well, there was talk about the economy. Things not going so well, sir. So it might be about the bank and all of that nonsense. Because you know what, with all of those soldiers and wars and stuff, well, that costs money, I hear, sir. And, well, if the Emperor's been shedding out a lot of money, maybe there's not enough to go around.
I have one last question for you, Ted. It's a really, really important question.
Oh, God.
Did Gunther have a confidant? Anyone that he ever met with off books? Someone that the servants talked about, but was never seen around?
Oh, not really, sir. I mean, he wrote a lot to Miss Lyra. That's probably the closest thing I'd wagedly had.
And which of the servants was tasked with delivering these messages to the Miss O'Lyra?
Oh, well, that would be me, sir. I send a raven.
That's wonderful, Tad.
Yes, I do like the ravens, sir. If I can say so, I have a hand for it, sir. So if you're looking for a squire and or messenger, I might be a guy. You know, I've only been pecked by them like 7 times, and all of those times I lived. So,
Ted, do you ever get tired? Are you ever tired of serving?
Tired, sir? No. Why no? Except for at the end of a hard day's work when I've been beaten to all the 9 hells.
Look at me truthfully, Tad. Yeah. You ever been whipped for something you didn't do, something you felt like you didn't deserve?
Well, sir, I don't know about that. I know my place, sir. I know my place.
Well, it just so happens that we could use your help.
Oh.
Maybe
sir,
we could use you to continue to send those ravens. Perhaps as a way of getting back a little bit of Tad.
Right, sir. Not quite sure that I follow
who
you,
have whipped you and punished you and made you do things that you wish you didn't have to.
Oh, I don't mind. It's all in the past, you know, bridge under the water and all that.
How much did they pay you, Tad?
Pay me? Oh, I thought you were making a joke. No, I don't get paid, sir. I just, you know...
Would you like to?
Oh, I don't need to get paid, sir. It's an honor to serve for 1 in the 100. You know, one day, if I squired for at least 10, 15 years, I might end up as a servant in a castle, which is a high honor for someone such as me. You know, my dad, he was a potato farmer. You know, potatoes.
Yes,
You know,
I hear you can boil those.
I believe
No.
it just so happens we're looking
You want
for a
commercial?
servant here at this keep. For Sir Rock.
Well, I'll be damned, sir.
In the keep here every night.
Excuse my French.
But Tad will need your help with the ravens.
I don't know. I'm not too sure, sir, if I'd want to be here. This place is quite scary, to be honest.
Vadin, you want to step in here and correct some of these wrongs we've made?
What wrongs are those?
Listen, Tad, you're going to be vampire food if you don't help us. Do you understand this?
Sir, I am more than willing to help. I feel like I've been very clear of that. I am all ears,
Perfect.
sir. My body
You and
is
the rest
yours.
of the boys will be staying here at the keep with Sir Rock. You will do as we say. You will send the ravens. When we tell you to send the ravens, you will send nothing else. If we catch you sending another raven that we did not ask you to send, you will be driven down here and hooked up to these machines.
No.
Do you understand?
Oh, I understand, sir. I'll drive myself right down there. I'll hook myself right up.
Excellent.
I'll stick 'em where the sun don't shine.
How about we head upstairs? This is no place for children.
It's a grand idea, sir.
Well, that was productive.
Clearly.
Tad
So-
comes back upstairs. Oh, it's good to breathe the clean air again.
So, about Cass's question, who is going to be taking Gunther's place? Anyone feeling the itch to be betrothed?
I've always wanted to marry. I've just been really waiting for the right lass.
I have a feeling you'll be a surprise to your bride. Hopefully a pleasant one, but mostly surprise.
I am quite charming when I want to be.
I think you will make a fine Longthorpe.
Yes. I think it should be Wyrme. He, at the very least, if he needs to talk to one of these He has an understanding of the type of circles that Gunther would have traveled in.
Tad is like, I think you'll make a great new master, sir. Cannot wait to serve under you. You know what? I'll go get the ravens now. Do you need anything sent? Your boots are kind of dirty. Can I clean them? Maybe. I have a cloth that I do that with and a bucket, and I just fetch some water from somewhere and I'll just start cleaning them right up. In fact, I could do all of your clothes. Why don't you just strip down and I'll get them all cleaned out for you?
Calium, he's your responsibility, yes.
My responsibility? No, he's under Wyrme's charge.
Ah.
I don't mind who.
Excellent.
To be honest, you can all tell me what to do, and you can just control me.
My scales could use a good buffing. This is going to be perfect.
Not sure. I'm. You might want to go one of the hen houses for that, sir. I don't indulge in that, sir.
No, silly. Well,
I draw a line at scale buffing.
Come, it's easy. I will show you. You just need this brush.
Okay. Oh well.
He just sent you back downstairs to the brewery.
No, sir. I truth be told, I've never done this before, so I'm just my first time. You know, little nervous. He takes the brush gingerly. So
should we dim the lights?
So I just
you gotta push hard so I can feel it.
Just like that.
Yeah, right between the shoulder blades, right there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the spot.
There you go.
Towels going all over the place.
Oh dear, this is actually quite pleasant. So it's a thing from Ghost.
Time goes by so slowly.
Oh, jeez.
So he buffs his skills.
It's all good. Wyrme keeps a loincloth on the whole time and never comes off.
He wears his cod piece.
Tasteful.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he has a loincloth. At the end, he has a cod piece.
And then things took a turn.
And then it happened. I mean, there's a reason my channel name is acronym to ERP. I mean, it all works out. So, yes, pleasurable times were had by all. Don't worry about what we did just then, Cody. Nothing bad happened.
Yeah, I can see. Clip this. This is the best clip.
This doesn't mean
Actually,
anything.
did that perfectly right when Cody left, so you'll have to wait till we put it up.
Yeah, he's stressing right now.
I'll be watching it later tonight.
Shit. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? I mean, Tad is, doing whatever you guys wanted to. He can send ravens and the like. He's going to stay here. You've got the documents that you've gone through. You've got the wagons and supplies. So you can head out in the morning if you want. Is there anything you guys would like to do up until then?
I'm going to keep Tad with me, and I'm going to use him as an apprentice. He can hand me tools and guys when they need buffing, and
Let's teach a 12-year-old how to poison people.
Yeah.
I do other stuff too.
He kills them with a gun.
Yeah, he does that too. Elvedine will just be looking for some clothes for a, kind of a disguise once we get to the city.
Y'all are from Texas. You'd be able to appreciate that anyway.
Yeah. No doubt. All
I
right.
like it.
I don't like Tad.
I'll allow it. As a dungeon master, I'll allow it. You wanna speak to Tad? Sorry.
No. Okay, cool.
All right. So unless you guys want to do anything up until then, Curtis Wine will see you the next morning out in the courtyard. Wagons are ready, supplied. Horses are ready to go. Tad is there eagerly, bridling. Yes, bridling your horses. I tried to say briding, and I thought, no, Tad is not marrying horses today. But when the when the cat's away,
Castle Rock is very progressive.
They are centaur friendly.
What's Graham doing?
Sorry. Yeah. What isn't granted? Yeah.
Graham
Yes.
is looking around aghast at this fucking situation.
No, he's not. He's one of the undead now.
Oh, that's right. Well, then he's
Yes.
just aghast then.
So yes, you'll find Graham up in his bedchamber still. He's still kind of recovering. He's like, "Oh, it's nice for you to come see me. How's it going?"
Well, it's going. We're departing soon for the capital.
Oh,
I don't know what fate has in store for you, but we've thrown in our lot with this brotherhood that's running the castle. So I was just
right.
stopping by to see how you were healing up and what your next move was.
Well, I'm feeling a lot better, but I reckon it's going to be another few weeks to a month before I'm going to be able to walk myself out of here. So I guess I'll just be, hanging out here for a bit. You're going to leave me with these people?
Unless
They're like vampires, right?
Yes, I do. Unless you feel up to traveling with us, there's space in the wagon.
Hey, I saw the carriage from the window. It might be good for me to get out and see the world. What's the plan? Is there something you're up to?
Apparently we're infiltrating the court in order to...
Right.
Well, I think that these vampires have designs on slaying every one of the 100. To be truthful, Graham, I'll join in as long as the killing's good.
Yeah, hey, well, I got no problem sticking it to the bastards, but infiltrating a court, well, that just so happens to require a skill set of which I have none of those skills proficient in them in any kind of way. So I don't want to slow you down, you know.
Understandable. We could probably use your sword arm, though, once you're healed up and rested.
Aye, all right. I'll go with you. It's better than staying with these weird fuckers here.
Yes. Yes, you could very well wind up food here.
Hey, yeah. I don't trust the food.
So, speaking of which, can we go
Yes.
talk to Kurt Ass Wine?
Oh, my Curtis wine. I want it now.
Can we go talk to Kurt Ass Wine? And we just want to let him know the boys are not food; they're off limits.
Your ass is wine, boy. Yeah.
And that they'll be reporting back to us on the conditions of said food.
Yeah. I'm gonna press it and ferment it. I gotta stop. So it'll go to places that.
Oh, don't stop! It's really a ton of fun for you to do.
All right, I'm good.
You made fun of Pruitt. You made fun of Pruitt for his British accent.
Hey, I was waiting for it.
Throwing at the rednecks.
So, I completely forgot what was happening.
Yeah,
we were doing a scene.
They're off limits, and they'll be reporting back to us. That's it.
Excellent. Yeah, he agrees. He agrees to your terms.
I mean, I hope he does, because that'll certainly color our impression of him.
Yeah, he agrees. Yeah, he will agree to. I've got to stop. The temptation is so much.
I can see it in you right now. You're like thinking the wheels are turning.
Crushing it. He's not gonna hurt the kids.
Dad is coming with me. He's going to be my assistant.
Oh, am I, sir? I'm going with you. Oh,
Yes.
great. That is grand. Where are we going, sir?
We're going right to where you were going before. You're pretty much going to have the same job.
That is such a
Only
coincidence.
we're less likely to beat you.
That is a big perk of this job. I accept. Not that I had any choice, but
Here, just carry this bag of shot around with you. Hand me in when I tell you to.
you know this is a lot better than just a bag of shit. Crazy what a letter can do, hey? He swings over his shoulder. Ah,
I think we're even going to pay you.
no, sir. No, surely not. Pay me? In what?
With like copper and silver and stuff.
My lord.
I will teach you how to merchant like I do.
Oh, sir. This is such a fine day. I'm so glad I met you all, and we all went down to that creepy place with the pipes and the blood, and then you interrogated me, and then I'm here. This is just the best day of my life. And my master was murdered.
Yes, things are certainly looking up for you.
Yeah, you just gotta roll those dice sometimes. Just gotta roll them bones. Old lady luck. You never knew. You never can tell. Huh?
This guy.
All right, Morty.
There it is.
She's a bucking. Oh, she's bucking. Oh. God
Glad that was appreciated. Yeah. So the wagons are ready. Kurt says, I gotta.
Will's fucking all over the place. He traveled today, guys. He's fucking
I
out.
traveled like 27 hours. I apologize for my lack of focus. Yeah, free airports. Yeah, he says, so you're ready to go? Everyone's set?
It would appear so.
Good. Well, stay safe in the city, and if you need to contact me, then, Tad has the ravens, so we can reach one another by letter.
Very well. We will report back as soon as we have found out something.
Good stuff. Well, safe travels, my friends.
Tad, who is the second best raven handler?
Second best raven handler, sir. Well, the second best raven handler of the year award this year went to my friend Sneezes.
Oh, excellent. You will have to coordinate with them.
He's the guy with the handkerchief over there. And the mucus infections. Yeah. You hear it.
If we're going to send ravens back and forth, we're going to need someone to send them to.
You are so clever, sir. God,
No.
I can only watch and learn.
So, Other Whelp, you have been promoted to the raven handler of this place.
Sneezes and takes the position with honor and a deep bow. It's all turning up good for old Tad and friends. Tad and Co. It's all gold. It's all good.
No, but nat 20s for Tad and Cole.
So, presumably you guys are leaving at this point. Please get me away from this circus of NPCs.
Just get you pared down to Tad.
Leave behind the temptation.
Just get it down to the good. Get the beast of the NPCs. Just get like good stuff. Get like Tad, that pure from concentrate NPC action.
So Ajax will climb into the driver's seat of the wagon and get this show on the road.
Yeah. Elvadine will get into the back, open up a book, and start reading.
All right.
Wyrme also jumps into the back and starts pulling out metal armor pieces from his bag of holding and begins working on it. And one of them looks like a really large lobster claw.
Okay. Oh yeah. Of course, you're obstacle. What about Calium? What is he up to on the journey?
Yeah, he's ever the observer. So he wants to just soak in everything that he can, learn as much as he can from Tad. Just kind of question him from time to time. Get little tidbits about.
He is an open book.
Up. Yeah, obviously this kid is no filter.
More of a novella than a book, really. Yeah.
And then I want to soak in a little bit more about Wyrme because he has not been a part of the cause for very long.
All right. Yeah. So Wyrme, you're, packing away. Stop. Well, you're. It was going to a place. you know, doing your thing with Tad and Calium. Are you like trying to have a conversation with him, or are you just like watching him?
Nah, man. Nice and quiet.
Just slow and creepy. So that's how to do it.
Calium just
I'm
likes
gonna watch
to
that little boy. I'm gonna see what's going on with him.
Tad, sometimes I know how you feel when they sent you down to the blood brewery.
Oh, sir, your levels of empathy are beyond reckoning. Well, almost.
You see that whistle you get there? Yes, we pull it like this. We attach the thingamajig over here.
Okay,
This
sir.
is going to be spectacular when it's done.
Oh, sir, it's. Go on. Sir, I can't help but notice that fellow over there, he's giving you a weird eye.
Ah, yes. Well, he is an elf.
Oh, okay, sir. I'll keep my eyes on him as well. Just keep him right on him.
I think it's okay. Callum is the brooding, quiet type.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So, who is Ajax is leading the way? Ajax, roll me a survival check, my friend.
Where am I at here? All right.
Killer Rocks, we went there. We've been there. We came back. We got the T-shirt. We spent 7 days vacation while we were there. We had a great time.
Yeah, we even got the gift receipt.
Yeah.
I got 10 for my survival.
All right.
The capital's this way? No.
The good thing about Ostwald is that you can pretty much always see it, unless there's a forest in the way because of the big spire, the big bell tower there. But getting through, navigating the difficult terrain can be a problem with the marsh in the area in particular, which is what you guys are running into at the moment. The marshes around here are pretty heavy and pretty boggy, and you're constantly, horses are like getting falling into the swampy waters. The wagon wheel is going in. You have to pull out of the mud. You're spending quite a few hours of each day in the journey towards Ostwald, getting stuck in the mud, which is going to leave you guys with a level of exhaustion by the time that you arrive to Ostwald. You're pretty raggedy and tired, and looking, you look like you've been traveling. You're not fresh-faced and well rested. You've pretty much just gone there, and it's been a pretty grueling journey to get there. That being said, excuse me, the City of Ostwald is open before you at this point. However, you still have to get through security. They do have a very basic, security. There's people who will check you and your wagons as you go through, guards and the like. Yes, this episode is inspired by my recent journey through airport security. To take off your belt when you go.
And your shoes.
And your shoes.
Issues, yeah. But yeah, the city's before you. The mood is cheerful. People seem very happy in the city. I mean, they have just got into a peacetime, so they're in the kind of honeymoon. Everything's really great. We don't have to kill people anymore, kind of zone. So there's street parties that are going on that you can see at this point, and people are having a good time. However, of course, the security is get the white glove.
Chad is accusing you of metagaming now.
Yep. If you guys don't have your passport on you right now in person, then you lose. And you have to send me a picture of it as well, and your social security number.
Yeah. That's it.
Calium has inspiration.
That's how we do it.
That's how it works. That's how that mechanic works in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. You ask the people around the table, who has their passport right next to you? Whoever does.
You're kidding, but I'm marking this shit on my sheet right now.
I have never been more serious in my entire life. So how are you going to go through to get into the city itself? What's the plan here? You're just going to head through the front gates? You're going to try and sneak your way in?
Well, we have his papers, yeah. We have like the manifest
you do,
or
yeah.
something, or something that gives us official documentation to get in.
That's correct. Yeah. Got all the documents. You have the disguises as well. So just head to the front gate.
It's disguised.
Yeah, I guess
Is that what you
I'll
guys wanna do?
disguise me and Elle and Callum, because none of us are human looking.
Yeah.
Okay. What do the disguises look like?
You know what? I guess I'm gonna make them match the paperwork
Okay. Yeah. So
to the
like
best of my ability.
they, yeah, they kind of look like. Damn, my throat. Those are sesame pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin.
I knew I
Careful.
shouldn't have eaten that mound of pumpkin seeds before I started streaming.
Might have to cancel your next game.
But I just, I just can't resist. But yeah, they could look like the knights that you killed, basically. You know, if they were to be, if anyone knew what their faces were like under their helmets, they look like those. So you approach the gates. A couple of.
I'm not sure if I quite get the faces right, but I definitely have the cod pieces down.
Definitely have, yeah. That is one area which is intricate. Some would say needlessly intricate, but I would not be one of those people. So the guards stop you. About 10 or so guards just kind of stop the wagon. They've let a couple of others through, and they say, Sir Longthorpe, welcome back to the city, my lord."
Yes, it's good to be back. Excuse my throat. It's really sore. I have a bit of cold.
I'm sorry to hear that, my lord. The marshes can bring with them all sorts of disease. You should see a healer.
That is right where I'm going right away. I've had enough of this travel. This road dust all caking my throat.
Quite. Well, we just need to check all of your belongings, if that's okay. All your papers?
Of course.
Excellent. Thank you, my lord.
Dad, assist.
So, Tad's like, "Oh yeah, yes, sir, straight away," and he just, fucking runs to help. Launches himself to the wagons. Lampoons himself up there, and after like a 10-20 minute inspection, the guard hands back your papers. Asks you a couple of questions. He says, "What's your business in the city today, my lord?"
We're off to see. What was the name of that house again?
The wizard.
Very good question.
Oh, Fletcher, Alaria Fletcher.
Lyra Fletcher.
Yeah, the Fletchers. We're off to see the Fletchers.
Jessica Fletcher, yeah. He says, "Oh, I see, Miss Fletcher. I did not know she was in the city. Very well. Will you be trading at all while in the city, sir?"
Not this time.
All right. Well, as long as no transactions are made, or if you do need to make any, you can just see our office for the appropriate tariffs and taxes.
Yes, I am quite versed in how this works.
I know, sir. Just protocol. You are free to enter the city.
Have a good day, soldier.
By the time that you guys are into the city itself, it's getting later. The dinner arrangement is for tonight, and you guys are looking and feeling pretty raggedy. You do not look. I mean, certainly Wyrme, his disguise does not look fit. In his current dress, he probably needs to like change the outfit on that a little bit. Wyrme, to look like less traveler's clothes and more like, I'm going to meet my bride-to-be's parents and try and win all of their money and forces in a dowry. You haven't got that look going just yet.
Sounds like we need a montage.
Oh yeah. Play the video.
Maybe send Tab to
Play the trailer.
I've got it loaded up. I'm just saying.
Don't make me click that button. Yeah. It's hotkeyed into Cody's computer at this point.
It is now.
You think Control T is open new tab? No.
Nah.
Play the trailer. So, yeah, you guys can go to Taylor's if you'd so desire and get some new clothing. What would you guys like to dress as? I mean, like, please describe your outfits to me. I'd love to know what you guys have decided to wear?
It would be wise to go as guards, yes? Something to cover my ears.
Yes, that probably would behoove us. That would, your ears are easily recognizable.
We are going to have an interesting dilemma for this evening.
How long will you be able to stay under disguise, Wyrme?
Only an hour.
Can you excuse yourself to refresh or to reset?
I could, except for we use the disguises to get past the guards. This plan seems a little ill thought out. Perhaps we can send a missive saying that we were delayed.
That was my thought as well. Perhaps sending Tad saying that the road leaves us weary and unpleasant company, and that we will be happy to postpone the meeting.
I think that would be an excellent idea.
So Wyrme is going to get like a giant frock and a doublet and some fancy boots or maybe some bells on them.
I needed this. Yes.
I kind of feel the same. Ajax is usually seen in his armor and stuff, so he's going for like the slashed sleeves, the puffy ones,
and a tri-corner hat.
Yeah, and like a hat, a big floppy hat.
Oh yes, you got that Orlando Bloom's hat at the end of the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, nice hat. Excellent. And what about Elvadine? You're just Elvadine chilling? Is he looking like a god, or is he going all out?
Yeah, no, he's actually gonna stay looking like a guard.
Okay.
You know, let them, you know, get all garish and dressed up, and he'll just stay back and try to be as innocuous as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Plain Jane guard, buddy. Something to cover my ears. Something to not stand out specifically.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys get your outfits, and it's the night. Tonight is the night. And you head over towards the big Fletcher estate, rather. Just finished her latest novel, and there is a party of guards outside who all look like they're not really there to guard. They're more like just there for show. They're all wearing their parade day uniforms, basically. So it doesn't look like they're not in heavy armor or anything. They're wearing their best, and they are lined outside, and they're letting people in for their carriages into the courtyard, into this wondrous, pretty huge estate. Clearly, Miss Fletcher has a fair amount of wealth or at least their family do, at the very least. And a few other guests are arriving, presumably other family members. Doesn't look like a huge party, just a kind of small dinner with friends if you're super rich, which means 15 people probably, I guess. The guard stops you and says, may I see the invitation? You do have one, by the way. In all the documentation, there is an invitation.
We'll pull out the invitation.
Oh, sorry, sir, my lord. Please forgive my ignorance. And
actually, I have Tad I nudged Tad, and Tad shows it to him, and I just didn't look.
Tad just attaches it to a raven and throws it at him. There you go, sir.
Basketball special style.
Flutters around. Sir, please forgive my ignorance. Please enter into the estate at once. Can I get you anything? A drink, some food, some snacks, some apps, some a bendy straw, a codpiece, anything, sir. What takes your fancy?
How about you just get out of our way?
Oh, of course, sir. And he just slivers into the ground, basically, to get away from you all, and you're just led towards the estate itself.
In order to make my disguise seem authentic, I kick him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very good, sir. So as you approach the estate, you see that there is a woman. She's blonde. She's got kind of short hair, tied up into a bun. She's wearing this long dress, long green emerald dress. Pretty beautiful, but she looks really pissed at Wyrme right now. She is just giving him, and we all as guys know what this looks is like. It's that.
Is that a common look around the apartment? Will?
This is the look that women give me, Cody. D&D sex icon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to rejection. So, but she is given that look to Wyrme right now. She's pissed. She hasn't said anything, but that's worse, you know.
Well, yeah, it is. Was Wyrme able to garner any insights from any of the letters, documents? Were there any missives back and forth?
Right. Roll me a history check, actually.
Oh, a history check.
See if you can just remember anything.
He remembers how bad of a plan this was.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Your plans are always
married.
I just remembered. What a terrible plan. Let's see. A 13. So, I mean, you recall that she said she was going to wear this green dress and she was excited to wear it. So this is probably a Lyra. Other than that, you don't remember any details.
A Lyra, honey, baby, what is wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
I know what that really means.
Oh, really? What's that mean?
Something's really wrong.
Is it?
You've got that look. We would have been here sooner. I have this terrible cold. Listen to my voice. My throat hurts so much.
You said we were going to the theater. Last night you said. I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying that you said that. It wasn't me that said that. It was you that said that we were going.
So how far from the city were we?
Oh, you were like, 3 days out.
And last night I told her I definitely have the rut-row look on.
It's a...
Yes, I really wanted to go to the theater. Of course. But I was too sick. I'm so sorry.
Sick? Don't seem very sick.
Can't you hear my voice?
Yes, I guess that would have stopped you from getting here in time.
Everyone says it sounds terrible.
Yes, I always find that when I have a sore throat, I can't make any of my arrangements with my fiancés.
How many fiancés do you have?
Well, apparently one more. I'm being serious. My father has found another suitor. This is something of a competition now.
This is terrible.
Yes, I don't even know who he is. All I know is that he's arriving, and apparently he commands a great army to the north. And, well, father.
Yes, I understand. Perhaps we can work all this out.
Well, I think you're going to have to do some more smooth talking. And I don't think a sore throat is going to be a good enough excuse to win over my father.
We will see about that. We will raise a greater army than this fool from the north, whatever it takes.
We will?
Yes, of course.
You promise?
I swear on my mother's grave.
She smiles and says, your mother. Such a tragic end.
Yes, it was horrible. But let us move on from this. So who is this pretender that thinks he can swoop in and steal my betrothed?
I don't know. Father said that he would be here and that I would see him, but he's been typical father about it, not telling me anything until the last moment and then blindsiding me at this event, which is supposed to be about us.
Ah, I see.
I'm sorry, I'm just stressed out about all of this.
I understand. We will take care of this. We'll fix it.
Who's this? Looks towards Ajax, who's also wearing this, frilly thing, which suggests that he's a guest rather than just a guard.
Yes. This is one of my long-standing associates. He will be of great aid in this matter.
Pleasure to meet you.
He's an amazing duelist.
Yes, Tristan Devere.
Mr. Devere, it's a pleasure. Olivia Fletcher. Perhaps, she says, with something of a joke, but you sense that there's maybe, it's not all a joke. Perhaps there will be pistols at dawn.
That would be most unfortunate for whoever else had to draw pistols.
He gets out the pistol, Wyrme gets out the thunder cannon. Well, I guess it's thunder cannons at dawn. She says, well, come inside, the both of you, and get some drinks and some food. I'm going to need a lot of wine for this.
Yes, let's get this underway.
So as you head in, party guests are dining around in a large hall. There's music playing, wafting smells of hors d'oeuvres and delicious foods and sweetmeats that are being displayed and served out by waiters on platters. Drinks that you could just grab off from the servers as well. Very high quality of life in this place right now. You guys are in some fine dining. Pruitt, it's bougie.
Ooh.
You understand? Okay, I just had to translate for the Texan.
I grab those three guys whenever I get a chance because I'm just like,
there is something horribly wrong. A dead guy was talking to her last night. How could this be?
What's her name? Lyra says, just don't make a fuss and try and see if you can speak to my father. And she nudges you and points towards the old cantankerous gentleman in the seat who looks to be having a miserable time.
What a fine evening you have planned here tonight, sir.
He looks at you and says, yes, suppose it is. How are you, Longthorpe?
I am quite well, although I'm a little disturbed about the news I've heard.
Disturbed? How? What's disturbing to you? Have I disturbed you somehow? I'd hate to disturb you.
You have. I thought we had an agreement.
She's her father's daughter. Agreements? Never anything was signed. And you know that unless it was signed, it's not real.
Curses, my own words used against me.
Yes, it's not nice, is it?
But perhaps we can fix this somehow.
Perhaps we can. We'll discuss over dinner with the other gentleman who will be here in a moment. Now, in the meantime, help yourself to some pumpkin seeds and enjoy your time here.
Yes, I eagerly await this introduction.
Pumpkin seeds, sir? Very good. As the group of you, mill about a little bit and make nice with the aristocracy of Ostwald, there is a little disruption. As looking towards the door, it's opening, and there's some burly-looking gentlemen are pushing through. No swords are drawn, and no weapons are on display, but they're clearly quite big, kind of bruiser-type guys. Scars all over, tattoos as well. You'd put them to be mercenaries at a glance. Kind of barrel their way into the room, and the whole crowd kind of turns to look at them as a man steps into the room. And her father, Mr. Fletcher, says, here is your competition. And you see before you a guy who is pretty well built. He's probably quite young, But he's beginning to kind of figure out he's also pretty heavily tattooed. Scars all over his face. Really rough cut beard. So he's kind of like shaved half of it and only bothered to kind of barely shave a little bit of it over here. And it looks like it's only just started to kind of come through as thick. However, he does have a great sword on his back. And he has a face not unlike Ajax. Because Ajax, this is your son who's just walked into the room. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh my god!
That's amazing.
Will Jones, you D&D sex icon, you master of inside jokes. What a wonderful game tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with us. Of course, we want to get out of here. We want to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors. Those sponsors are ThinkGeek. So if you guys want to support the show, there's affiliate links down in the Twitch panels, down in the YouTube description. You guys can go spend some money for Christmas shopping. Go pick up some D&D dice pouches, and I think they had a really awesome D20 waffle iron that I think we've looked at before. It was kind of bitching. Somebody send a message to my wife. So go check out ThinkGeek. Support ThinkGeek. They are supporting the show. That's a way to support the show. Of course, our virtual tabletop of choice is Fantasy Grounds, and then all the maps that you see here on the show are built in Dungeon Painter Studios by pyromancers.com. And then finally, we are presented by Shapeways, which is your destination, your go-to destination for 3D printed dice and miniatures. So big thank you to all of our sponsors who make the show possible. Thank you guys. Go support the show. Go support our sponsors. We would really, really appreciate it. So do you guys have any announcements? Anything you want to make before we boogie out of here?
Real quick, I got a Kickstarter launching tomorrow, which I have to work on tonight.
Oh, snap.
That's happening. It's a D&D adventure set in Penumbra. So we're going to be following some of the events, some of the characters might even show up from Save or Die Show. Who knows?
How about that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that? You guys will be immortalized.
Oh my god.
As long as they have Texas accents, Will, from an Englishman.
Every single one of them.
Guys, we really appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll be back next Wednesday live here on Twitch, twitch.tv/SavorDice if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, if you guys missed part of the show, you want to catch it later, it's on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/SavorDice. We appreciate it. We love you. Have a great evening. We'll catch you next week. Take care, guys.
Later.